Alrighty everyone, I'm here to talk about the right trigger issue that seems to be plaguing various people. Complaints of the right trigger being mushy feeling and not fully resetting. So this can trigger things like auto firing or continuous running, or if you're playing Expedition 33 or Battlefield or anything like that. So if you look, if I pull the trigger, it doesn't fully reset. I can manually push the trigger back up and it'll reset. Or if I let it go really fast, it'll reset. But if you're just using it normal, it doesn't fully reset on its own. Which can get very frustrating. It also has a very mushy feeling, not like the left trigger, which is very springy. The right trigger is feels very soft, like maybe the spring isn't fully retracting or something like that, but it's definitely problematic. You can recalibrate and get it to basically accept this partially pressed position as the 0 position, but again, that doesn't fix the mushy feeling. So I'm going to pop the back off and see if there's anything that we can do, or if we should just send it back. Okay, so we are looking at this trigger. So there's 2 screws here we'll want to remove. Okay, and then pull the tape off, and then you can remove the trigger. Alright, we'll set this out of the way for now. So you see that this part is what pivots. Alright. And the issue appears to be that the plastic between the hinges here, between where these 2 points meet, is either there's not enough clearance or it's just rubbing together too much. But what we can do is we can pull this pin out and make sure you cover the spring. I already did this, so I'm just going to show you guys what to do. So pull the pin out, remove the spring, then you can separate these 2 pieces. Again, like if you feel them, you can feel it's kind of tight, you know. I'm sure you could shave it off if you wanted to. Basically the gap between these and on this one, it's just not big enough. But what I did was I just took a little bit of silicone-based lubricant, dabbed it on with a Q-tip, just on the inside of this and the outside of these. Not much, tiny little bit. You don't want it running anywhere or anything like that. And then you put it back together. Should immediately feel better. You can drop your spring back in, and you got to kind of hold your spring down while you're holding the button down and lining up the pin. Sometimes it can help to put the pin in first, just a little bit, just to get the first 2 holes lined up. Okay, there, and then you can worry about lining up your spring. But then once you get it in, get everything lined up. Okay, and then you just want to push this down back in. It won't go all the way in, it'll stick out just a little bit like that, but you should immediately feel a difference in the responsiveness of the trigger at this point. So what we can do is put this back in here. Put our 2 screws back in. And our other screw. Okay, reconnect our cable and put it back under the tape. And you should be all set. So I'm going to just put this together for now. Should be back to feeling like the original. So I'll turn it back on. I've noticed that when I take it apart, I have to plug it in order to get it to turn back on, which is interesting. But then it's perfectly fine after that. I'm not sure if maybe it's like detecting that I'm like pushing on the joysticks or something, so then it like turns on like a safety feature, like a button pushing feature or something like that. But you immediately feel a difference in the trigger responsiveness, which is nice. So log in here. Okay, I'll go back to the armory. Go to the armory, go to calibration, right trigger, and now you should see nice smooth responsiveness, no mushy feeling in the trigger, and it should revert back to 0 without any issues. Alright, well, I hope that was helpful. Thank you all for watching, and have a good day.